So today we have an absolutely huge game against Barcelona in the Champions League. It's going to be a tough game. Can we get through it? Also, as I record this, we are currently sitting on 4,748 subscribers, so 252 away from the magic 5k, and that is when these t-shirts will go off sale. And I think, at the rate we're going to hit that by next weekend. So, if you're umming and ahhing about a t-shirt, now is your time to get one. Hello and welcome to the Lincoln Loco. Today we have got two games for you. Barcelona away from home in the Champions League, followed up by Leicester at home in the Premier League. So some big games coming up today. Since you were last here, things have been pretty decent actually, I've got to say. Last episode we lost 3-2 to Inter Milan and lost 4-1 to Liverpool, which wasn't great, but we recovered from that with a 3-2 win over Birmingham. They actually went ahead twice in that game. We're looking pretty good before Wilfred Thomas managed to score 2 goals for us to make it 3-2, which was quite nice. He's been on fire recently, Wilfred Thomas. He's been a really solid player. I've got to say, he's currently got 4 goals He's currently got 4 goals in 5 league appearances, 10 goals in 9 appearances overall. So he's been the free signing of the century, I think, at the moment. And report-wise, they put him on par with Mark Call. Depends. Some days you ask him, they're better than Mark Call. They're basically the same player. After that, we played Barcelona and we won 3-1 in a result I was expecting it to be similar to Inter Milan, thinking we'd lose it. And to be fair, if you look at the scoreline, we won 3-1. But if you look at the stats of this game, you can see, to be fair, actually, we came back in the second half. First half, we had 1 shot in the entire game. And we didn't change shape, but we changed our approach to the game. We changed our attacking mentality. We changed our team instructions. And it worked to the effect that we had 3 shots on target and scored 3 goals. It was a good day for us that day, winning 3-1 against Barcelona at home. We followed it up once again with a 3-1 win against Middlesbrough in the Premier League, which is desperately needed. We left it a little bit late to make it convincing, but Mark Hall, Jesus Jimenez and Hugo Corinthians scoring the goals there for us. We then played Walsall in the Carabao Cup. We rotated the side completely, so it's a real different side there. Wilfred Thomas scoring a goal and getting an assist, but only getting a 6.9. He missed a penalty. Brahim Diaz scoring the other 2 goals there. But we left it late on to make it convincing. 91st and 92nd minute to score 2 goals there. Otherwise, it just would have been a narrow 1-0 win over League One side Walsall. And then last time out was a bit disappointing. We played against 19th place in the table West Ham United and only drew 1-1. We just couldn't make the use of our chances, unfortunately. Bareclona in goal there. I've obviously forgot to put Stacey back in goal. That's probably why we conceded, I've got to say. No one played particularly well, but Hammer Time scoring on his return to the side after injury in that last episode. So he's missed out all his games, but he is now back and hopefully will be firing goals in for fun. And just a quick note before we get into this game against Barcelona. Our under-18s are loving it. They just beat Barcelona 1-0. They beat them last time out. They're top of their group in the under-19s Champions League. They're absolutely loving it, which I don't really understand. Because no one here is good. Like, if we look, he can't play. Steve Francis, is the best player, 1.5-star current ability. His reports put him as a League 2 player, that's not too bad. But then Mark Seaton is the next best player, 1-star, Panorama North-South. So, I mean, I would have thought the Barcelona Academy are going to have some top quality players. Same with Inter, to be fair, but no. Lincoln City under-18s, dominating. Right, so this is the lineup for today's game against Barcelona. So Bareclona not going to be in goal at all. Where is Stacey? We need to get him back on the pitch. Where actually is he? There he is. Giuseppe Stacey back on the pitch. Obviously, we put Bareclona in for the Walsall game. We've got to take him out again. So, Stacey back in goal. Now, this guy, Duiti. Now, there's been a lot of comments saying, how do we actually pronounce his name? And so many different people are saying different things. And quite frankly, I don't know. I'm not sure what to call him. So we're going to nickname him something very inventive. That Belgian... Oh, capitals. That Belgian chap is what he's going to be called. No more controversy about his name. He's just that Belgian chap on the on left back, basically. So that Belgian chap starts alongside Patino, Kaufman and Gomez. Mertens as a central defensive midfielder today with Crazy Eyes and Jalapeno in front of him. Morala and the Butcher out on the wings and Hammer Time starting up front. And this worked in the second half. In the first half of the last game against Barcelona, we played like counter, we played structured, we've had a few different things going on here in terms of team instructions, but it didn't seem to work, so we just switched back to this, what this was originally actually. I've got it saved here for me, and if I just load that, like, it's the same thing. This is what was loaded up when I did that. So I made it a long time ago, and apparently it still works. So then this is the side then. Control fluid, run at the defence, look for overlap, push higher up, higher tempo, close down much more, and low crosses drilled into the area. Hopefully, we'll get another decent result against Barcelona. If we do, surely we should be getting qualification from our group. Right, kickoff is upon us here at the new camp today. Barcelona kicking the game off, and if we can just hold to a draw, as long as we don't lose, I'm going to be happy with how things have gone today. Obviously, Inter Milan beat Malmo last time out as well. So the group stands as it is right now. Inter on top as the beaters, but we're level on points to them. Barcelona down below is on 2 points, and Malmo out of the running, basically. So it's between the three of us right now. Currently, we have a driving seat. Fingers crossed we got ourselves in there. And actually, Inter and Malmo aren't playing yet. So we're probably like the early kickoff. They seem to like to do early kickoffs in this at the moment. I think that might reflect the real life changes that are being made next season. So I think that's perhaps what it is. Either way, a win here today would be delightful. It would put us on 9 points, and it would take Barcelona down to 4 points, and that would put some nice breathing room between us going into the last final 2 group stage games. The Butcher on the ball then plays it through to Mertens in the middle of the park, and we're trying to break forward slightly now. Hammer time coming forward out to Crazy Eyes, puts a ball into the Morala, who is unmarked completely, and he missed the target. Should have done a lot better with that opportunity there. Stat wise so far, Barcelona being on top, but you'd expect that, them being at home, and they've been Barcelona anyway. So if we can just hold them here today, I'll be very, very happy with it. I mean, I've said that enough times already, I think. You probably get the idea right now. But we've got a chance now as Hammer Time starts a little counter-attack going with the Butcher in so much space, coming down with his meat cleaver in his hand, into the middle, but cleared only as far as Crazy Eyes, though, in that midfield. Back to Jalapeno. Jalapeno into Mertens. Mertens trying to just work something out towards the Butcher, into Hammer Time. Hammer Time, can he squeeze the ball through? Not quite, but Jalapeno might be able to get one through to Morala. But Barcelona make the tackle, and now they're counter-attacking us, and they're through. Miller in the middle, puts it wide somehow. He should have scored from that, I think. That was a decent opportunity for them. Well, the rest of this first half has been very quiet, and that is absolutely fine with me. A 0-0 draw away to Barcelona would be delightful. So I'd be happy with that, basically. Corner for us then, early in the second half. Played short to Morala, who puts it into the back post. We've hit the bar. We've hit the bar from that little opportunity there. That could have been a golden chance for us to take the lead in this game and take all 3 points home with us. We've hit the crossbar. That is it. That's the margin of error that I think is going to be come down to today's game. I think it's going to be like someone hitting the post and someone just sneaking in the side of the post. I think that's probably going to be the difference in today's game. We've got another chance now. Crazy Eyes hasn't got in the way of the ball there. He was trying to get to Jalapeno, but Crazy Eyes got in the way. Either way, we've lost possession now because of it. And now Miller coming forward through the middle, through on his own. Sasa with a sensational save, or a sensational save, I should probably say. Another opportunity for us now. The highlights coming thick and fast in the second half. Jalapeno out to Gomez on the wing. Plays it into the Butcher. Sort of took out 2 players in the process. With Crazy Eyes almost threading a ball through to Hammer Time. But Barcelona trying to come forward again now with a counter-attack. Miller, this striker, looks decent. He's coming through again. Sasa makes another fantastic save. Patino clears the ball. Crazy Eyes has picked up a knock apparently. He's off for treatment. We'll do sort that in a second. A bruised ankle apparently. We'll take him off for Cortinas in a second. Although he's run back on the pitch apparently. So fair play. As Barcelona have a decent shot there. So we'll take him off then. I don't want to risk him too much. We'll bring Cortinas on. He's not played particularly well either. And I think we'll swap him and Jalapeno around. Just see if they want to make a bit of a difference. I don't know. We'll do that. And now Barcelona trying to come forward again. Ball forward to Miller. Again, he's in behind the defence. It's only a matter of time before he scores. And Kaufman gives away a penalty. That is not what we wanted at all. Now, their striker or midfielder skies it completely. Okay, that's fine. We're back in this game now. We're still not really in it. So I think we're going to change to this. We're going to bring Diaz on for Jalapeno, I think. Diaz can come on. Hammer Time's not playing particularly well. We may make that change in a little bit, but I think this tactical change might be what we need to try and get a few more goals, or at least a few more opportunities at least. We've only had the 3 shots all game, only the 1 since half-time. So maybe switching to this might help us out a little bit. At the same time, though, it could leave us completely open at the back, and Barcelona may go and score 3 or 4 goals now. Morala now wins the ball and plays it forward towards Hammer Time, who's got the pace to get there in front of his defenders. Into the middle to Diaz. Diaz, Ter Stegen with a decent save. I thought Diaz was going to win it for us then. The man who came on from the bench, he's a fantastic player, is Diaz. He's still somehow going. His value is like half. He's like 2 seasons ago, his form was incredible, and Hammer Time is through. Hold that thought. A penalty for us now this time. Hammer Time's taking it. Is he the best player to take it? He's got 16 finishing and 10 penalties, but Cortinas has 13 penalties, but only 12 finishing. No, we're sticking with Hammer Time. You know, I've got to have faith in my boy. He is the reigning World Player of the Year. If anyone can score a penalty, it's him. He may only have 10 penalty taking, but his finishing is incredible. Sewell has been sent off as well, which is fantastic. Hammer Time, penalty saved by Ter Stegen. Hammer Time's had his opportunities today's game, and he's not really done much with them. So maybe Mark Hall can come on, the wonder kid, score a last-ditch attempted winner or something like that. They're playing deep now. They've not really got many men forward committed to the attack. They're trying to defend now because they've got the 10 men. If we switch to overload for the last 5 minutes or so, will this make a difference at all? Will this make a difference? I mean, I'd be happy with the draw, but the 3 points would be so much nicer. That Belgian chap makes a clearance up towards Mark Hall. Can he get there in front of Minden? No, he can't. Back to Ter Stegen, and there's 10 seconds left, so I don't think there's going to be any goals in this game. It could have been one apiece with penalties and things like that, but it wasn't to be, unfortunately, as the clock ticks down. It's a draw. I'm delighted with a draw either way. A 0-0 with Barcelona is not to be laughed at. That is fantastic. It keeps us in second place in the group, and all the while it keeps Barcelona outside of it. I'm going to say you were unlucky tonight, and a few players seem motivated by that, which is alright. But we're still second in the table, and we can still hope for Malmo to beat Inter Milan later on. So later on then, Inter did beat Malmo 2-0. So if we look at the table for the group, you can see that Inter Milan go top with 10 points. We'll just make it a little bigger actually so you can see it better as well. Inter Milan, as I said, top on 10 points. We're second on 7 points. Barcelona behind us on 5 points, and Malmo out of the contention now. So it's in our own hands basically. We've got Inter Milan and Barcelona left. Next time out we're playing Malmo, which should be a routine win. And then Inter Milan on the last group stage match of the group stages. As the Leicester game comes up in a couple of days' time, so this is the table 10 games into the season. We currently sit 5th, 4 points away from Arsenal. If we'd won that game against West Ham United, we would have been still 5th on goal difference, but it would have been a bit closer, so it would have been a bit nicer. Man City behind us by a point, and Swansea down in 7th, 6 points behind us. So it's these top 6 sides at the moment who are currently battling. Southampton are the team you wouldn't expect to be up there, but I suppose you wouldn't expect Lincoln to be up there either. But Southampton, I think, will fall down at some point soon. It's just sort of when they're going to fall down. Also, this video will come out on a Saturday. So tomorrow, Sunday, I'll be in London at Wembley watching Lincoln City, hopefully, beat Shrewsbury Town to win the Checker Trade Trophy final, which is huge. Lincoln's first ever appearance at Wembley, and I'm delighted to be going. I'm really excited for it. There's about 30,000 Lincoln fans going to this, and only about, I'm sure it's about 12, 13, 14,000 Shrewsbury fans, so we outnumber them 2-1. So we'll be the loudest in the stands. Hopefully, we can be the better on the pitch as well. Now, Benteke wants to leave to join PSG. Now, Hammer Time, you resolve this first. See what he says to that. Obviously, since the winter update, it doesn't work anymore. Before the winter update, you could ask your team to do anything, like, can you sort this out? And they would do it, and it would work. Since then, the winter update, it's just not happened at all. So we have to discuss the issue with Benteke. He wants to go to PSG. I'm reluctant to let you go. What would it take to keep you here? A significant pay rise. Of course it is. What's he currently on at the moment? £73,000 a week. There must be something else that can keep you here. Nothing else is going to keep you here. He wants a pay rise. Well, I can't talk about wages again. So I've got to say either you can join him with a release fee, or you're too important to let go. What is his release fee actually? If we look at his contract, minimum fee release clause of 18 million. To be fair, if they release that, that's fine. Release fee clause is unrealistic. Well, I'm not going to argue about this. I said when I'm going to sell you, and it's not of a discussion. There's no point. It's a waste of time. I've upset him, but he doesn't play that much anymore, so I don't really mind. So a slight tactical change for the game against Leicester. We move that CDM to back to the attacking midfielder, so Diaz comes back on the pitch. Mertens moves back into the midfield, and Crazy Eyes comes off for Diaz, I suppose, and then Jalapeno also comes off for Cortinas. So they're the only change we're going to make for today's game. It's Leicester. Hopefully, we thrash them. Right, kickoff is upon us here. We're the home side today, although again, we're in Sheffield, not Lincoln, so it doesn't really feel like home as the Butcher tries to make an early little run down the side. Morales' header, very, very poor. So not dribbling them from kickoff yet. Didn't even count as a shot, apparently, so it can't have been that good. It must have just bounced off him. Right, that Belgian chap out on the wing then puts a decent crossing towards Hammer Time. Heads it down to Diaz, and it sort of bounces around the area, and we've hit the post from, it's the second time we've hit the post today, apparently. So we're having some decent chances so far. We've just been a bit unlucky that the post has been in the way, really. That's the main issue, I've got to say. If the goals were like 6 inches wider, maybe we would have scored 2 goals today, but who knows. We've got Wilfred Thomas waiting on the bench today's episode, or today's game. If Hammer Time doesn't perform again, like, I'm starting to think he's our top goal scorer, is Wilfred Thomas, actually. So he deserves a little chance as the butcher. Gets around his man beautifully and slots it past the goalkeeper there to make it 1-0. That's probably the most difficult opportunity we've had all game, and yet we have scored from it. So that's nice to see that, at least. Puts us on 24 points, joint with Liverpool and Man United. Liverpool haven't played yet today, though, so they'll probably go a little bit higher up unless they play Arsenal. Then that could be a little bit difficult. But it does put us 2 points behind Southampton, who are currently sitting in first. So the table tightened a little bit as things stand. I mean, nothing exciting happening so far. Nothing happening in the entire game, really. It's just these first opening 10 minutes, or the 15 minutes now. Nothing's happened in the second half. Diaz now with a chance to try and build something for us. Morella's got a chance now to try and put a cross in, puts it into the back post of the butcher, who puts it back across to Morella. I think that was a bit of an accident more than anything, and Morella gets tackled, but a good opportunity. I don't know if that hit the crossbar or anything along the way. That might have been what the highlight was for, hitting the crossbar with a weird ball, but opportunities are still coming our way. 9 shots, 5 on target, which is a nice little ratio. Usually we're like 9 shots, 1 on target, as the ball is played into Morella, who scores from the butcher's amazing cross. Morella now reaping the rewards of having played the winger system. The butcher and Morella both scoring goals today. Up to 4th now on goal difference, but Liverpool, as I say, still got to play their game, so they probably will win it later on. Does put us level with Man United. It puts us still 2 points behind Southampton, but better goal difference. So things are looking alright. If we can keep this form going in the next few games before the next episode, then you could see us in a much stronger position next episode. Diaz has not done much today. He's really dropped off form in this season, really. So Wilfred Thomas is going to come on for him. We'll make him a complete forward on support, although we may swap him and Hammer Time over. Hammer Time's not done too much as an advanced forward, so maybe a complete forward he'll do a little bit better. Merton's not played well, so Crazy Eyes can come on as well, and we may as well make all 3 subs at the same time. Benteke, on you go, on for Kaufman. Let's do it. I mean, it's been a pretty convincing display, this one, actually. Like when we played West Ham, who are like bottom of the table, we were rubbish, really. I think West Ham were the better side, if I was being honest with you, really. But we've turned things around today. Obviously, we had a decent result against Barcelona. The thing lagged out there, the computer. Leicester have scored, so it is 2-1 with 6 minutes to go. Slightly wary that actually Leicester could come back into this. But despite that goal from Leicester, I think we have had a pretty dominating performance in today's game. Here they come again, actually. Fortunately, an interception made just in the nick of time now, and Hammer Time's got a chance to come forward now. Thomas has just pulled up by looks of things, so he can't get in the area. Morella is there. Thomas, is he okay? He's taken a knock. On comes the physio. Nothing's happened, though. It doesn't say he's injured or anything, so maybe he just fell over or something. I don't know. Final few seconds of the game, Seysa makes... Oh, my goodness gracious. Seysa forced to make a decent save. Leicester then had a shot cleared off the line. I mean, just end the game now, please, referee. That Belgian chap plays it up to Morella, who can put a ball through to Thomas, who looks fine now, wins the ball into Hammer Time. Oh, Hammer Time! He's offside anyway. Thomas is offside, apparently. But Hammer Time, I thought, could have just got on there to score a goal dramatically at the end there. But it doesn't matter. It wasn't needed. We've won today 2-1. We take home the 3 points. So that extra bit of goal difference as well is fantastic. We got away with that today. I'll say that Patino doesn't really like that, but he was one of the worst players on the pitch. We should have done a bit better against Leicester, I think, really. Not conceding a goal would have been a nice start for that. But we've got the 3 points. We've got the win. We're still in contention. Things are looking good for us right now. Apparently Jesus was spotted at Hillsborough. Not quite the place I thought of the second coming, but, you know, we'll call it that. That's fine. All right, we'll just see what Liverpool do against Middlesbrough before we end today's episode. So we'll just skip forward slightly. Hopefully Middlesbrough put up a decent challenge there. Maybe they'll beat Liverpool, hopefully. That would be nice. If they beat Liverpool, that would be fantastic. It's a 1-1 draw. To be fair, that is good. A 1-1 draw, I'll take that. So as things stand, 5th in the table, but 2 points off Southampton, although Arsenal could go and win and then we'd be a few points off them. But I'm happy with how this thing is looking right now. Get a few more wins under our belts. We can be right back up there again in the Champions League and looking for a first place. Next episode is going to be huge then. Inter Milan and Man United await us in next episode. Inter obviously top of the group. Man United obviously a huge side. So it's going to be a big game either way. Thank you very much for watching today's episode. If you've enjoyed it, make sure you do drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. And I will see you next time for some more Lincoln Loco action.